situation. Only the Holy Trinity, with unified intercession of the Blessed Mother of the angels, the saints, and souls in purgatory, can help you. But through the Virgin Mary's flame of love, faith will take root in souls, and the face of the earth will be renewed. People will believe, creating a new world order, a new world. You extinguish fire with fire, extinguishing the fire of hatred with the fire of love. Satan spews out his fire of hatred to such heights that he is convinced that his victory is at hand. Gradually, this burning flame of hatred will be snuffed out, and the splendor of my flame of love will sparkle across all corners of the earth. This was a message given to Elizabeth Kinnaman, who's been approved by the Church, by Cardinal Erdo in 2009, and by also several bishops in South America. Cardinal Erdo is the Archbishop of Hungary, but also in charge of all the bishops in Europe. The flame of love, which I don't have time to speak about today, but Mary says her greatest gift to mankind since the Incarnation. I suggest you go on the internet and type in theflameofloveus.org, and you'll be able to get a free book. Sign up for a free book, you'll get the summary of the main messages that were given to Elizabeth Kinnaman, who died in 1985. The Blessed Virgin is a very important central figure in God's plan of salvation. She plays a very major role, second only to her Son, in redeeming the world. Her role is a mission of spiritual warfare to obtain the final victory over evil that was prophesied by God in Genesis. Genesis 3:15, God says to the serpent, I'll put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. We see powerful images depicting the hatred of the devil for the woman who bears the Savior, as well as for the Lord and all his followers. And again in Revelation 12 we read, a great sign appeared in the heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She's with child, and she cried out in pangs of birth, in anguish for delivery. Another sign appeared in the heaven. Behold, a great red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems upon his head. His tail swept down a third of the stars of heaven, and cast them to earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, who was about to bear a child. He might devour her child when she brought it forth. Now the dragon was angry with the woman, and went off to make war on the rest of her offspring, on those who kept the commandments of God and bear testimony to Jesus. Now this 1/3 of the stars, by the way, means 1/3 of the angels fell to the earth. Her Blessed Mother is especially hated by Satan because she is a woman. See, Satan took great pleasure in causing Eve, the first woman, to sin. So from that on, Satan perpetuated the myth that women are the weaker sex and inferior to men. Imagine his fury when Mary accepts God's calling to become the human mother of the Redeemer of mankind. When she accepts his calling, she became the new Eve. Satan is humiliated by Mary's unyielding commitment to follow God's will. And Satan is so enraged by this humiliation, he's declared all-out war against her and all her children, just us. He's gone to extremes to try to discredit her. And Satan also tries to discredit Mary through false doctrines, especially calling to mind that we worship Mary, and thus we are idolatrous. This is a common belief of many non-Catholics. But this shows how terrified Satan is of the Blessed Mother. When we invite the Blessed Mother into our heart, she'll make herself known to each of us in a different but very personal way. You don't need an apparition or visitation from the Blessed Mother to know she is real and working in your life. All you have to do is have faith and trust her, all-encompassing motherly love, for just as much as she should give birth to each of us, which she did spiritually under the cross. A loving mother never ignores the cries of her children. So Our Lady is the Queen of Angels and will someday crush the head of Satan. So ask for her help and intercession when you feel attacked by the evil one. And at Fatima, Our Lady assured us that in the end the victory will be hers. In the end, her immaculate heart will triumph. We'll say more about that later. Mary has said the heel she will use to crush Satan is all her children consecrate their lives to her immaculate heart and through her to Jesus. And she will defeat Satan, chain him in hell, by using the chain of the rosary. So again, the more we consecrate our hearts to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and the more we pray the rosary regularly, the quicker the triumph will come.